Many students think that the price of textbooks is too high, especially when it comes to purchasing them at the bookstore on campus.
Try to avoid using it for textbooks because I think the prices are ridiculous.
I think it'd be really good to spend a little less each semester on books when I'm paying so much for tuition and housing and things like that.
I think they're ridiculous. They're overpriced.
But a federal law is helping SUNY Fredonia take a step towards more affordable textbooks. Vice President of Academic Affairs, Virginia Horvath, discusses this new law, the Higher Education Opportunity Act.
The Higher Education Act tries to ensure accessibility to students in a lot of ways, and one of those ways is with textbooks. That act requires publishers to be more honest about the information, the actual cost of textbooks. Right now, if a faculty member tries to find out what the cost is, they're told often by the publisher what the cost is to the bookstore, but not the cost that the bookstore is required to sell it. So faculty don't have full information. Sometimes there's bundling that occurs. A certain text is available, but they bundle it with a software package or with another book, and the student has to buy things that he or she wouldn't need. So the Higher Education Act includes provisions to prevent that from happening.
If you go on Amazon, you find the exact same book for half the price or 1/4 of it. So I just feel that they could just bring the price down or something.
Horvath doesn't blame students for wanting to go elsewhere for cheaper books, but stresses the pros of using the bookstore.
Fredonia uses its bookstore for a number of reasons. Students are going to find alternate sources for cheap books. You can go online and find used books from other places, or you can check the price of commercial sites such as Barnes & Noble and Amazon for some books. And Fredonia doesn't promote those, but many students do use those. The bookstore has a certain responsibility that if a faculty member turns in an order, there's a responsibility to get those books there, and also to accept returns if a student changes courses in the first week or drops a course, that there's a better return policy.
Many students also stress that they believe books should be eligible for tax credit.
I don't know the tax law about how one would, or one's parents would get tax credits for textbooks, but I would suggest that if students and their parents want to take tax credits, they should check with whoever is preparing their taxes. They would know the rules on that. What I do know is the Higher Education Act raised the amount that people were able to get credits for, so it's definitely something worth checking out as parents think about tax time.
Reporting for the TV News class, I'm Taylor Companion, reminding you to look out for upcoming updates on the textbook dilemma.